Welcome to Student Connections, where students connect with their community.
Since the 5th century, Valentine's Day has been the day of love. Therefore, I interviewed 3 different aged couples on the importance of Valentine's Day. First, I interviewed a high school couple about their romance. They tell us their secret in maintaining a healthy relationship.
Just being honest with each other. There was a wise man that once told me that using the word "I love you" over and over and over again, it doesn't get old. It just, as long as it means the same thing, stuff like that.
They also told us how Valentine's Day isn't very important to them.
Valentine's Day really isn't all that important because it's just another day doing the same thing. Doesn't really change anything in our relationship.
Another couple that have been married for over 12 years answered what their secret in maintaining a healthy relationship was.
I would say, obviously, the main thing is communication. Just talking, no surprises.
No, and we're friends. I think that's the big thing. Like, we enjoy each other's company, and we complement each other as far as where one person lacks in a characteristic, the other one makes up. So that's, that makes it work really well.
They shared how Valentine's Day is important to them also.
I think we've kind of slacked over the years. Maybe when we were younger, Valentine's Day, we made a bigger deal. Now it's just kind of like another day. Just happy Valentine's Day,
right.
You too. But he'll do something special, like, I don't know, make something special for me or something like that.
Chocolate-covered strawberries.
Yeah, and then but it's pretty low key now, I think, with kids and stuff.
Yep.
Lastly, a couple that has been married through quite a few Valentine's Days answer what their secret in maintaining a healthy relationship was.
Well, I think a big part of it is that you have to work at it every day. It's not something that just happens automatically. You have to put some effort into it. And there are times when we sometimes are not always the best of friends, and we have to work things out. But it requires some effort.
We might not always agree, but we have to respect each other's decisions and never go to bed mad.
Exactly.
They exclaimed that Valentine's Day was just another day to them.
Well, Valentine's Day really isn't all that important to me. I think we should think about each other every day. I want to be told I love you every day, not just on Valentine's Day. And I don't know, I think some of these holidays and things are kind of getting carried away. And I just think that, like I said, I want to be told I'm loved every day, not just on Valentine's Day.
I think, Valentine's has never been a real big deal for us, but it's always kind of a nice day to pause and reflect on your relationship and what your significant other may mean to you, and those kinds of things, what we mean to each other. So it's a nice time to reflect on things like that.
I hope you have enjoyed these short interviews to help you keep a happy and healthy relationship. From all of us here at M6, we wish you have a happy Valentine's Day. I'm your host, Tanya Churchill, for M6, your hometown station.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We pledge ourselves to our veterans, our youth, a strong national defense, and Americanism. These 4 pillars shape our work and what we do for America. We work relentlessly within our 4 pillars of service, and we succeed. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. We support and promote citizenship and integrity in America's future leaders. We know what policies, tools, and manpower our military needs to protect this great country. We fight to get these things done. We're patriots through and through. We promote and defend these values every day in communities across the nation. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Hello, I'm Taylor Hornbacher for M6, your hometown station, and today we have Mr. Rathje with us, the coach of the girls varsity basketball team. So, Mr. Rathje, how's your season going so far?
Good morning, Taylor. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Our season's going pretty good this year. Right now we're 11-4 overall, and in the league we're tied for first place with Lakeshore. And in about 2 weeks from tomorrow, we gotta go down to their place and play them again. And so hopefully we're still tied at that point, and that'll be the game for the league. So looking forward to that.
Well, I wish you luck on that game.
Thank you.
And to have such a good record, you must have some pretty good starters. So who starts for you this year?
Well, we have Taylor Hornbacher, of course. She's really been coming on strong lately, and we had to play Mount Clemens, which was the other team that had been tied for first, and she got 21 points in that game and 13 rebounds, so she really played well. So you may have heard of her before, but she's really good. And also Madison Balco, Shelby Zeiser, Emily Giroux, and Jessica Martin.
All right, sounds like you got some good starters. And who are your captains this year?
Well, this year we have some girls that really are good leaders for us, you know, and I think Shelby Zeiser has just done a really nice job of keeping the girls organized and communicating with everybody, and you know, she's really stepped up and been a good leader for us. And I thought especially in our off season and heading into the year, Madison Balco's she was always in the gym and kind of set the tone of always working out and keeping shooting and lifting and getting girls coming in with that. So I thought they've done a really nice job for us.
All right, and with those leaders, you must have some very good influence on the team. Do they affect the younger players a lot?
I think that we're really lucky with you know, the players that we have. They work extremely hard. They set the tone of to be early, to bring all their books and everything with them, you know, their scouting reports, and just how early they come to help with little kids basketball. We got girls that are really giving people, and I think that our leaders have really kind of set the tone of how hard to work and what's expected out of them.
Wow, that sounds great. So how long do your practices last, and what do they normally consist of?
Well, usually we go about 2.5 hours. Sometimes we try and do a half hour of lifting or a half hour of film, and then practice for 2 hours in the gym. Towards the end of the season, sometimes we try and knock it down a little bit and get done in 2 hours and rest our bodies a little bit. And usually we just try and work through our scouting report of the other team in the gym, get some time shooting, get some time doing full court, work on some individual things, and work on some team things too.
All right, and I know you're getting late in the season, so have practices changed since the beginning, like the intensity level and the drills you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely, and we kind of see the things that we need to improve the most on to get ready for districts and for the end run, and so we spend some more time focusing on those things. And also, as we've gotten farther, you know, we can become more advanced in what we're doing, or we spend a little more time on scouting than we would earlier in the year. We got maybe 2 tapes, and we played the teams a time before, and maybe just try and hit some of the same things that we've been doing all year that are important, but hit them with a different drill just to give them a different way to work on the same thing.
Well, it sounds like you're going to be well prepared. And do you do any preseason or off-season training?
Yeah, we have. Since I've been here, you know, this is probably the most girls that spend a lot of time doing that, and it might be in the summertime. You know, we have a breakfast club where the girls, and really from kind of 4th grade all the way up, they come in and work out, and usually stay after and they shoot or play in the gym. And sometimes we go work out at the beach or whatever, and sometimes it's in the weight room, but just kind of mix it up. So a lot of girls have been doing that, and some girls during the off season, when the school year, you can have up to 4 girls at a time, and sometimes we bring them in and shoot. Coach Valco's spent a lot of time with girls, bringing them in and working on their games, and that really showed for us this year. And then in the summertime we have camps and things that we go to, and usually that's pretty fun too. So quite a few opportunities for us to get better.
All right, well, sounds like you have some dedicated girls. So what would your team's playing style be?
Well, we try and play aggressive, and we try and press teams, and in girls basketball, a lot of times teams struggle, you know, when you make the game fast, and so I think we got a lot of good athletes on our team, and they work extremely hard, and that kind of feeds off it to the other girls. And so I wouldn't really want to play against us because we have some girls that are really tough. You know, Shelby Zeiser, for example, sticks out, and she just makes the game fast, and it would be miserable to play against her. Madison Balco's great at moving her feet, and not fouling, and her defense has been really good. And everybody looks at her; she's our leading scorer and stuff. But I think her defense has really come a long way in her help defense. And then Taylor Hornbacher's just a machine on the boards for us, and she gets all kinds of good rebounds, and she's always there for defense too. And so I think just being fast, being aggressive, we kind of pride ourselves on our defense, and as long as we play that, even if we don't make our shots, usually we have a chance in every game. So.
All right, sounds good. And I know you mentioned something about being tied with Lakeshore for first place in your league. Do you have any other rivals?
Well, it's always fun to play, like the St. Clair and the Marine City. We haven't played St. Clair in a while until last year, as they've been up in a higher division than us, and we got to play them this year, and we ended up winning that game. That was fun, and there's a chance that we might collide again in the districts, and so that would always be exciting. Marine City's back in our division this year. We played them once, and we have them come up again. And then I would also probably say just Port Huron Northern, because we play them every year, even when we didn't play those other two teams, and so we've had some good battles in the year and good battles in the summertime too. So we're kind of good rivalry, I think, going with Northern also.
Yeah, those downriver rivals, really competitive. So how do you compare to other teams in your leagues?
Well, I think, we got Mount Clemens and Lakeshore. We were all tied for first. We all beat each other the first time through the league. And so last week we had to play Mount Clemens, and that was a really important game for us to control our own destiny still. And so we ended up beating Mount Clemens, which was a huge win for us. And they got some really good players, and we actually fouled out their two best players, so that was a big key. And then that was the game that Taylor Hornbacher had the 21 points for us, which was, I think, her career high, so that was really nice. But I think their points were great, and then her rebounds have really helped us out this year. She does a great job with that. And then Lakeshore beat Mount Clemens on Tuesday, so that means that we're still tied with Lakeshore. So if both of us keep winning the rest of the way, we'll play that last Friday for the league championship. We have to go down to Lakeshore to play that. So no matter what happens, that'll be good preparation for us heading into districts the following week.
Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be a really exciting game. So I hear you have quite an older team this year. How many seniors do you have?
This year we have 5 seniors. So we have Liz Buda, Emily Giroux, Shelby Zeiser, Taylor Hornbacher, and Jessica Martin.
All right, and will it be hard to cope with losing them for the next season, or?
Absolutely, absolutely. They're 5 fantastic people. They all have special skills in basketball that they're really good at. But I think even more than that, we'll miss them as people. I think they're some of the most fantastic people that I've met in my life, and really lucky to interact with them. And so I've really enjoyed all the time that we've had with them, and so trying to enjoy every last second that we get to spend together too.
Well, that sounds really nice. So you seem very well prepared for this postseason. How do you think districts will go this year?
Well, this year we get to play Algonac, and then whoever wins that game will play Marine City. And then on the other side of the bracket, there is St. Clair plays Richmond, and then Armada is waiting for whoever wins that game too. So I think there's some pretty good teams in the district. St. Clair is up in the higher division, and so I think they're going to be tough, even though we played them before. Armada was honorable mention at one point this year in the state, and we scrimmaged them this summer, so we know that they're pretty good too. And so, in Algonac, their best player was hurt for a while, but she just came back, and they have 2 sisters that are pretty good too. So I think that it's kind of, we have as good a chance of anybody to do it, and we do get to play it at home, and so we're really looking forward to that opportunity.
Well, that's exciting, having districts in Marysville. That'll be a fun time. Well, I wish you luck in the rest of your season, and thank you very much for coming in today. I'm Taylor Hornbacher for M6, your hometown station.
If you are struggling to pay energy bills, always contact your utility provider first for shut-off prevention or payment plans. For other available energy, weatherization, and assistance programs, call 211 or the Michigan Public Service Commission at 1-800-292-9555. You can also visit their website at michigan.gov/MPSC for more information. A public service message from the Michigan Public Service Commission.
We would like to welcome a 2007 Marysville High School valedictorian to our teaching staff. Miss Emily Holth went to college at Grand Valley State University and graduated in 2011. She did her student teaching at Grand Haven Middle School. Miss Holth tells us, what subject did you teach and why did you decide to go into it?
I teach math, so I teach algebra, geometry, algebra 3, and algebra 4. And I've always loved math, and so I wanted to be a teacher to help other people enjoy math and see how important it is.
Before teaching at Marysville High School, did you teach at any other school?
Yes, I worked at Plainwell High School last year, and I taught geometry there. Plainwell is on the other side of the state.
What are some pros and cons of working with your former teachers at Marysville High School?
I really like working here. I'm from Marysville and I went through Marysville High School, so it's a lot of fun to come back and to see my old teachers and to now be working with them. The students here are really great too. I have a lot of fun with them and it's fun to see how involved they get with everything. So I really enjoy working here.
We would like to thank Ms. Holth for coming in and we wish her the best of luck throughout her teaching career. I'm Jennifer Rose for M6, your hometown station.
Welcome to Cook It Safe Challenge. In this round, teams must read and follow package cooking instructions and know your microwave wattage. 1100 watts. You can find the wattage in the owner's manual, on the appliance label, or by contacting the manufacturer. Each team has been given a frozen entree to safely prepare.
Oh, wait, what is the wattage of the microwave? Whatever.
Ooh, sorry, Team 2, you get a red card for not checking the cooking instructions and not knowing the wattage.
Wattage? It won't just cook?
Microwaves have different wattages.
I told you we should have checked the package instructions and checked the wattage of the microwave. It's not cooked safely. I wouldn't eat this, it's cold.
If you don't follow the cooking instructions, some foods may be hot but may not have reached a safe internal temperature. Use a food thermometer to be sure.
You win. We just kept focus on reading and following the package cooking instructions.
We knew the wattage of our microwave so the food cooked safely.
And the challenge continues. Can you cook it safe?
We sat down with the sophomore steering committee to learn a little bit about their new fundraiser called Restaurant Nights. To learn more, we interviewed Miss McLaughlin, one of the advisors.
The restaurant nights were decided upon by the sophomore class, the class of 2015. And it was just an easy, convenient way for them to earn some money and do some fundraising because their prom activities are coming up within the next couple of years and they wanted to get on the ball and get things moving.
We also asked who decided on Big Boy as the restaurant they wanted to work at.
You know, it was decided on by the sophomore class and the steering committee. They decided that Big Boy would be the easiest, the most fun, and they got information from Big Boy and decided upon that.
We asked if there were any more restaurants that they were going to include in this fundraiser.
We have looked at other restaurants, and right now we're still kind of open. We're still discussing other restaurant nights too, so anything is possible.
We also asked if there were any future fundraisers planned for the sophomore steering committee.
We are thinking about doing a craft show. However, that's still kind of in the making, and we're still scouting out places and vendors to complete that.
Well, this is definitely a new type of fundraiser, and I hope it goes over well. This is Nate DeLand with M6.
And now, another adventure with Savings Man.
Oh dear, I can't afford that.
Charge it. You can pay it off later.
Not so fast, credit card guy.
Savings man.
Don't let him entice you, ma'am. Credit card guy can lead you to big trouble. You need a savings plan.
You're right, savings man.
Get this ballpark estimate worksheet at choosetosave.org. It will help you get started.
Gee, thanks, savings man.
No, thank you.
So visit choosetosave.org and get your ballpark estimate today.
On the frigid Thursday morning of February 14th, 1929, at about 10:30 a.m., there were 7 Irish mob associates handling illegal trafficking of alcohol at the SMC Cartage Company on North Clark Street near Chicago's North Side. Soon, men from the South Side Italian gang, led by Al Capone, busted through the warehouse doors. The first 2 were dressed as police officers. The fake police officers ordered the 7 Irish gang members to line up on the wall. The men pled that the alcoholic beverages were not theirs. The imposters walked through the warehouse, turning up tables and looking through boxes of illegal alcohol as if they were looking for something. The policemen became irritated with the pleading Irishmen and pulled out their guns. An open fire of bullets rained down upon the defenseless victims. As the bloodstained bodies hit the floor covered with empty gun shells, the final bullet count was over 90 shells from submachine guns, shotgun, and a revolver. The quartet left the scene of the crime in a black Cadillac touring car that looked similar to a police cruiser at this time. Sadly, Capone missed the excitement of this bloody day. He was vacationing at his beach house on Palm Island in Florida. This gave Capone an airtight alibi for his whereabouts, and he denied all knowledge of these cold-blooded killings. But few ever believed Capone. No one ever went to jail for pulling the trigger on what became known as the St. Valentine's Day Massacre of the 7 defenseless men in the Clark Street garage, which was demolished in 1967.